Hello everybody, welcome back to some Resident Evil 8. Picking up where we left off, we are currently in Castle Dimitrescu, and we are trying to find the four statue things, or the four masks here that we need. Now, if you read the back of these, or no, the front, oh there you go, the Angel of Sadness weeps alone in a deep dark place. Now, there's different ways. Obviously, you can read that Mask of Sorrow. You can also examine them, and that will also tell you which one, because of the number of holes in the back. Okay, I guess that was the Duke who did that. The other way you can do is just look at the indent, because every mask is a different shape, and you can very easily tell which one needs to go where. So now we need to go upstairs and to the right to make it to the next one. Okay. Oh, goody. Fucking bitch face again. I really dislike this mechanic. Like, it's one of those things, I understand why they put it in. Like, she wouldn't just let you wander around, do everything. It's somewhat realistic, but... I mean somewhat realistic. It's somewhat realistic because obviously she wouldn't probably just let you run in here and then be like, okay, you're good. Like right here, right? Like, just because I'm across this line here, she's now fine with me.
No place left to run.
Yeah, there is. Now, as long as the other girl doesn't show up, we should be fine. Now, because I know she... Like, I don't remember, in all honesty, the last 2 times I did this, Dimitrescu being there during this part. It's always been the last daughter chasing me at this point into this room. Like, let me see, I got the Mask of Pleasure, I got that jar. I don't see cabinet. Oh, here we go. Ah, yes, the silver ring. Oh, that still wasn't it, eh? I mean, well, this place is all on its own. Well, we do, and obviously we can't leave once you remove the mask. You have to put the mask back to leave, so we'll have to deal with that, but... There should be... Weird. Whatever, we have to go back there anyway. That's it for that hallway.
I was worried my sisters had gotten to you first. You've ruined the hunt.
I don't know where... Oh, there she is.
You will not get away.
I could not see her. Also, that was significantly smoother than my last playthrough. Because my last playthrough, once again, she was chasing me before this point. Like, last time I played this, I did not make it into this room without her already being here. Because, like, as I walked in, she, like, was spawning over here. Actually, I don't even remember which way she was spawning. Either way, I just kind of threw a pipe bomb over there in the hopes it would break the wall behind the, wooden bookcase. Like, the pipe bomb is strong enough to bust through the fucking wood and stone and everything that goes into making this wall. But you put this shitty wooden, like, shelf in front of it, and all of a sudden, it's just worthless. So also, there's another Another lockpick. Now there should be... And if you ever need a pipe bomb, there will always be at least one nearby. Theoretically, I guess, you could fuck this up and not get the pipe bomb, or not, or like use all your pipe bombs trying to like kill her, just thinking it's like, oh, they gave me pipe bombs, I must be able to use it on her, maybe. And then, that's just obviously not the case. Now, before we go put this well, I guess technically we can go and put the mask in. That doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so I'm going to put this in here because I don't...
Okay.
Yeah, I was going to say, that shouldn't... I mean, there's got to be something else in here that I'm missing. Like, I can't... Ah, there it is. I didn't quite look up high enough. Now, if I had to guess, I'd say as soon as we go straight, we're going to get screwed. So what we're going to do is go this way, because then we can go through here and head back downstairs. And now you might be wondering, well, why would you want to head back downstairs? Well, if you recall, there's this red room here because we need the iron insignia key to get in there. So that's where we're going to head, because once you beat the boss of this castle, for whatever reason, they don't let you go back into it, and I don't know why. It's like that with... It's pretty much like that with all of the bosses areas. Like, the village you return to repeatedly, and you can go, like a little bit into a couple of the other boss areas, but, like, for the most part, once you've finished a boss, like, that's it. You're done. You're no longer going back to that area. And I mean, for the... I guess not really final boss, but for the fourth boss, it makes sense for the final boss too. You beat the final boss and then the game ends. Like, that's tends to be how games work. But I mean, for the fourth boss, that kind of makes sense with what happens after it and like the setup in that. Okay, well, we got some creaky and screechy kind of doors there. But I'm not hearing... There it is. Well, I can definitely hear more. I was gonna say, they've got to be either right there or coming up the stairs behind me. So I don't know exactly when these guys spawn. Like, it would kind of make sense for them to spawn when you pick up the iron insignia key, because once you go through this place the first time, there's no reason to come back here until then. Now, obviously, the first time you run through here is when that first daughter that you fight, she shows up and chases you through here. But oh no, it blocked it off. See, and like I said, you needed a pipe bomb for that. They gave you a pipe bomb there. Some handgun ammo, because you do need to shoot this one. I never found a way to do this without shooting them, and I tried. Believe me, I fucking tried. And you also gotta shoot that one, not that one. Like, this one can be shot into that one, but that one can't be shot into this one, because when this one gets lit, it's up a bit higher for some reason. I don't know why. Like, as you can see, like right now they look fairly even, but for whatever reason when they first do it. So anyway, This here's the final treasure, right? Well, I mean, kind of. It's more or less the final treasure. It's the Azure Eye. And if we go into our treasure thing here, we can actually take that with the silver ring and combine them. Now into this, which is just the Azure Eye ring. Yeah. Now, one thing I do like and also dislike about the treasure combining there is obviously I don't have anything against the combining the treasures in general. It's just that it kind of just the fact that like when you go to it, it's like you need this and this. Like there's no question. Like the fact that it says combinable, because like in I just thought I heard something there. Because like in Resi 4, right? You had combinable treasures, but I'm granted it's been a long time since I played 4, but I'm pretty sure it didn't say combinable or anything. I'm pretty sure it was just like, it's a treasure and it's like, and it has some like missing, or it has some like empty holes or sockets or something, right? Like it didn't directly tell you, like this one does, combinable down at the bottom, right? Okay. Oh, well, that's Dimitrescu over there, so since we can see her. I don't know where the fuck that other one came from. That one came from, like, that was weird. Absolutely no idea where she came from. I thought I cleared that place out. I don't know if more spawn in there later. Feel like they don't. Now, we could go and sell our few treasures that we got in that. This is also probably, once again, significantly smoother than the last time, or the last 2 times I did this. Because the first 2 times I played this, putting that mask in, actually had to go and hide in the Duke's room for a little bit because and just wait for Dimitrescu to fuck off, which took a while because on my first playthrough she was aggroed on me, but because I was in the Duke's room she couldn't do anything. So like I was standing at the doorway same as I was last time there, but she wasn't leaving because she could see me and was still considered aggroed. Um, Whereas, so like I had to go back into the. Also, I like how this is blue because there is technically something to pick up in here, but it's like start cutscene pickup. But yeah, I actually like close the door and walk over near like the labyrinth thing and wait so that she would eventually. Can I break these? I can't. Also, I'm pretty sure I showed you all of the windows you could break for the achievement, but just shoot any window that doesn't already have missing panes of glass. Also, you remember that note we found about a dagger coated in stuff to kill supernatural beings?
You've ruined everything!
Ow. Ha! You're not the only one who can stab. I kind of wish you could get that knife as a melee weapon. Okay, so right now,
Looks like your outside matches your inside.
right now, none of this means too much. You do have to shoot her there to get rid of her. But I don't think that it. I think you might have to do like a certain amount of damage before she'll fuck off. But now here's the tricky part, right? She's about to land. Any damage I do to her right now, completely pointless. It means nothing. Um, there is a challenge to defeat her in, I don't know, like 2 minutes or something, a minute and 40 seconds, something. And in my last playthrough, I was like, okay, I'm going to try for this because I missed it the first time. But until she busts through both of those doors, nothing you do matters. It means nothing. But yeah, like it's really weird. None of the damage you do up to that until that happens means anything. Oh, there she is. Oh, that was weird. It like teleported me a little bit for this part of the cutscene. Now, once again, at this point here, I don't think you can turn and shoot her here. You can see her right there. And it seems like a perfect opportunity to shoot her. I don't think that any damage you do at that point matters. And then, yeah, those 2 jars are the only thing.
Don't be shy. Show me your terror.
So yeah, just keep your eye on her.
I'll eat you up, every last morsel.
There we go. No, I won't. But yeah, like I said, that's basically what you have to do to get the challenge, to defeat her within the time limit. You need to bust through, or have her bust through at the beginning, and then as soon as you reach that part with the stairs, just book it up. Now, and like I said, it's weird that they don't let you explore the castle. Because, like, yes, she just destroyed a bunch of stuff, but, like, we're in a separate tower. Like, none of the castle that we were in up to that point has been damaged by her. Everything that just got fucked up was a completely separate tower from the castle. There's realistically no reason. Oh yeah, and then we also get a crystal version of all the bosses when we defeat them. But yeah, like if we go up here, see, like this here is where all the castle is that we were just running around exploring. This here is the part that got destroyed. There's realistically zero reason to not allow us to explore the castle more afterwards. Also, it does say that it's red here, but it's just quest item pickup. There's nothing else. You don't need to bother looking around.
Looks like I'm getting out of this place.
Yup. Here's a dirty flask. And look it, we're back. Oh, well, hang on a little bit further, I guess. Yeah. Anyway, as you can see, we're back on the village map, which I guess technically we always are. So now this part here you can actually come back to later in the game, much later in the game, like after the 3rd boss later. And they let you know that because in the backyard here, there's a well that you can't do anything with. I finished that item that was requested. Please deliver it to the house with the red chimney. Go through the caves to the ruins, then down into the village. So that's telling you how to get back to the village. Also apparently open that even though I know there's nothing in there. Wow, there's really nothing in there. Another outhouse back here. What's in this one? Gunpowder. But yeah, here's a well. We don't have anything. We'll be dealing with those. When do we get that actually? Do we get that during the next or before the next boss? During the next boss? Actually, not entirely sure. No, because that's a different thing. I don't remember. But anyway, yeah, you do get to come back here, but I mean, it's not really anything to write home about. This is clear, right? Which honestly really confused me for the longest time because like you get the well wheel, which is what lets you get stuff out of the wells, surprisingly enough. And obviously all the wells get marked on your map as you find them. And oh yeah, also don't forget these 3 fish. I don't think you can actually come back to here and get them if you miss them. Oh, right. Crazy bitch.
Within the endless dark, to deliver us into fate's hands. As the midnight moon rises on black wings, we await the light at the end. In life and in death, glory to Mother Miranda.
Hey, remember me? I almost died up at that castle. Tell me, what is going on around here?
How can a man be almost dead? That's a question for the wise.
You know what I mean. And I still haven't found Rose. Where did Mother Miranda take her?
You're too late. Or maybe almost too late. The child will be sacrificed, life for life.
What kind of sick medieval shit is this? She's just a baby.
The crests of the 4 bloodlines may open the path you seek.
Will you please stop talking in riddles? I just want to find my daughter.
It's only a riddle if you don't know the answer.
No, I feel like it's a riddle based on how it's phrased.
Wait a second. That looks familiar.
Yeah, it's the umbrella symbol.
Hey, wait!
Yeah, you really tried to chase her hard. If only there was, bullets or explosives, anything that we could use to get through this thin wooden rotting door. But alas, there is nothing we can do. So yeah, this crazy lady's place. And yeah, as you can see, umbrella symbol. We got a sun and moon here. This is the Dimitrescu symbol. Which one is the sun and moon? That must be the next boss, because then we got a mermaid here and the horse here, and that's boss 3. Oh yeah. See, House Dimitrescu, House Beneviento, House Moreau, and then House Heisenberg. But yeah, we got the little umbrella symbol. We got this thing here, which actually no, we haven't seen that one yet. We're about to though. That big thing in the middle. It's called the Giants Chalice, which isn't a spoiler because we don't come across giants besides, the lady there. Who also, that fight didn't go on quite long enough, but if the fight goes on a little longer than that, or maybe it didn't, I just didn't hear it, or didn't catch it this time. She does actually comment that Mother Miranda was the only other person to see her in that form. I thought there was a crate over here. Maybe it's later. Which does indicate that she can transform back and forth. I never really noticed the king statues when I played this. But yeah, that does indicate that she can transform back and forth, which is neat, but not really relevant to us because obviously, she's just dead. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. If she had remained alive, she would have been able to transform back, but as she's not, it does not make a difference. Yeah. Would you two pipe down? Boop. Now this here is a weird area. Because, like, there's those two guys. And that guy. And then there's one more that we'll see once we go inside. But then that's it. Like, you come back here later. Well, I guess you don't have to. It's completely optional to come back here later. Once you have this item. And actually we'll be coming back here probably before the end of this part because yeah, definitely before the end of this part because there is another thing that we can get. I'll show you where it is here in a second, but we can't get it quite yet. But yeah, for some reason there's just these four guys and then that's it. Like they never put any more enemies here and it's just I don't know, it just feels weird. It feels like, you know, because like I said, you can come back here right away. Well, I don't know about right away, but yeah, I'll go right away before we start heading into the next area. I'll consider right away. To get this, but this box is closed and we don't have what we need to open it. To be fair, I'm not even quite sure why we know the key that we find opens that box. I mean, like you find the box and then you can find a key later. And like we can find the key right away here. Go and run and grab it. But like I don't think that there's any real indication from the key that it has anything to do with that box.
Feeling you would pop up here.
It was all worthless.
Is that so? I assume you've picked up something of value.
Not sure if it's a value, but...
Why, you have your daughter right in your own hands.
What are you saying?
Take a closer look. That flask seems to contain her head.
No. What?
Roses...
Don't say another word! This is impossible! This just can't be!
Your daughter's essence is still intact. Her powers are truly unique.
Who could even do this?
She can be saved, you know.
Saved? From this? Are you insane?
There's a house with a red chimney on the western side of the village. Go and seek out the man who lives there. Then we can continue our conversation.
Quit holding out and get to the damn point.
You don't have to trust my words. But do you have any better options? Your choice. The customer is always right. After all.
You'll pay if I find out this is a lie. Fucking Joker.
You know, I was just looking at all these weapons here, and I was thinking, man, wouldn't it be nice to buy one of those? But, I mean, none of them, I mean, I don't think that would, actually. Oh, yeah, and then when you come here, this here is actually where you use the flasks. There's no need to put them in, like, as you get them. I probably will, because you end up here more or less. Every time you, after you finish a boss, you end up back here.
What the hell?
Mainly because, you know, that's where Duke is in the village. And I know we still have stuff to sell to him, but I'm not going to worry about it. right this second because we do have some other stuff to go and get. And actually, how long have we been recording? I know we are no half hour. Okay. I really gotta start checking my time or like what time it is before I start recording so that I know. Now then, a little bit in the village has changed. Not like a huge amount. Like it's very rare that a huge amount changes in the village when you come back. But some stuff has changed. We'll go up here and we got some more crows. And let's see, we got some money from that one, money from that one. And we'll pick up that money through the wall. Yeah, there's nothing that way yet. Oh, actually, you know what? Before we do that, we should probably. So, this place here wasn't open last time we were here. Neither that door was open nor this one down here. So we'll pop down here first because there is a treasure down here that we can get. There it is. The teddy bear, which is a treasure that I almost missed on my first playthrough. Almost being the key word. Was there something? Yeah, there it is. We get a different crystal fragment. We'll get a few of those as we play through the game, but they're just a little bit more. They're nothing like super special or anything. Unlike in, once again, going back to Resi 4 there, you had the cats, like you had the spinal, which made a return in 5. Man, I kind of want to play 5 again. Maybe I'll download it. I think I have it to download. I don't think I need the Discord. Let's see. I heard a scream from the house with the chimney. I was going to take a look, but the way was blocked by debris. Going to have to take the long way around. Who would have thought the hole in the stable walls would come in handy? If I'm not back by morning, you should go to Louise's house alone, Father. I don't know why you would sign it, Father. Unless, well, I guess maybe if you were a priest, you would sign something, Father, but I'm just saying, like, you leave this out. I think it's fairly clear that, like, to whoever you left it for, to, that, like, that, who it was. I've got the wooden animal body here. Do we got everything in the house? We do. Now the stables are that way. We got an outhouse here with some rusted scrap. Nothing in here. And then we can unlock this so we don't have to go through the house to reach the stables. Which, no, we haven't been here before. Right, that's all. No, where we were before was all on the other side of town. Now, even with this machine gun, by the way, there is still a couple of sections. Like, even with the machine gun and the fucking Magnum. There are still a couple of sections that I'm slightly worried about. Okay, that place is clear. Right, you get there through there. Gotcha. Right? Yeah. Right? Yeah, like you don't get there from here, right? No, because it's blocked by this wall here. Okay. I remember there's some chickens somewhere that I kept fucking up getting to, because like I would see them on the map and I'd go the wrong way and then have to, well, it's not so much I'd go the wrong way, but like I would see them on the map and I would screw up which direction I needed to go, and then I would look at them on the map again later and be like, oh yeah. So this here is the place that we were at, like very first house in the game, basically. And now would be the time that you could. I do believe there was a lock, drawer that you needed to lock pick, and obviously if it's your first playthrough, you wouldn't have had a gun when you first got there, so you would then be able to go into that shack there and oh, you know what? Do I have any? Oh, but you know what? I could make some. Make one. Put it right there. Because I think this might be funny. Where's the note? Oh yeah, we see this, which look out the window, which has nothing to do with this, and this doesn't really come into play until significantly later in the game. But anyway, if we look out the window, we see 070408, and then that guy shows up. Oh no! Now, obviously, if you know he's there and you have a mine, you can do that. Also, what was it again? 748. Got it. But even still, like, you can't deal with him beforehand. He is purely there to be a jump scare. I do love being able to jump scare the jump scares, though. It's like, bye, I got you, and then boom, I got you back. And then, as you can see, once you activate him, it does activate a few others. I mean, they do still give you some. I mean, maybe if I wasn't backing up, he would have attacked me sooner, but I mean, they are more aggressive in that they come at you harder, but he still didn't seem to be, like, attacking me much, like, any more than normal, like, any more than when I play it on easy, like, but once again, that could very well be. Also, yeah, I feel like this is, like, such a bad idea. Yeah, you also hear that, and then you are stuck in place for a second, but it still makes very little sense that when you come out, there's, like, no indication. And when you see what did it, because we're about to find what did it, it's just up ahead there, it really makes no sense. Ooh, oh. Oh, did he drop? He must have dropped a skull. I was gonna say that was a weird noise to make. Yeah, so this here is where we first came into the place. Now there's a tipped over truck here for pretty much no reason, right? No. What's this place? So we came. What is that building? Because here is where we got swarmed at the beginning. This is the first house we went into, I'm pretty sure. Oh, maybe this is the first house we went into where you would normally get your gun? I don't know. Either way, you can't get back there, and even if you could, there's no real reason to. So I'm going to show you... Yeah, I guess I may as well. Oh yeah, there was also one up there I forgot about. So yeah, I highly recommend whenever you aggro group of them, to then retreat a little bit, because they do tend to aggro in groups, as you saw. And for the most part, you'll never get, like I said, there's a couple of areas where you'll get a huge amount of them. But so anyway, the thing that jumped on us was this guy here, who, as you can see, is armored up. But did I actually hit him with that? I did. I did not. There we go. That one should have got it. Yeah, there we go. That blew off his hat. So yeah, if you use an explosive on them, it'll actually, on any armored enemy, it will blow the armor off of them, which is obviously very handy. Okay. Now, obviously, this was locked due to missing homeowner, which now doesn't matter. It's our house now, bitch. And in this outhouse, we got another lock pick. That's an important outhouse right there. Damn. This, like I said, only 2 extra lock picks in the entire game. There's Madalena body, and we won't be able to get the head for a little while. That was another thing that severely confused me for the longest time, because I was walking around with the body of this doll, and I could not for the life of me figure out the head, or where I could not find the head. And I was very worried that the head was outside somewhere, so it wasn't going to be marked on the map or anything. Oh yeah, and we also can't get in here. Oops, no, need to know. To whom it may concern, due to Luthier's long absence, I am keeping hold of his house key. Please find me if you need it. Regards, Joseph Simon, the Beneviento's daughter. Or gardener, not daughter. I don't know why I read daughter there. Okay. So yeah, this we won't be able to get into until after we defeat the next boss. But that's not really a big problem. Now, those, we have this. I guess it doesn't really matter. We'll pop this gate open. Ah, there's the well. Oh, wow, we actually get the well wheel right now. Okay. See, I wasn't sure about that. I knew that we got it soon. I did not realize that it was quite so soon. So actually, now that we have the well wheel, I guess we do have to go around, don't we? We'll grab this well while we're over here. Because while we obviously would have to come back once we got Luthier's key, since we're here already, we just may as well get it over with. And I don't think that we need to... Pretty sure, yeah, we don't need to go through. Or we don't, you can crawl back. Ow! Fuck. I completely forgot that this fucking pig was here. Also, pigs can do damage to you, by the way. You can knife them. You just have to watch. There is, outside of that charge, which obviously you could... Oh, right here is where we slid down. Yeah, yeah. Anyway, outside of that charge, once you actually get them going there, you can very well knife them to save ammo. As you saw there, it doesn't take very much ammo. Even if you use the pistol, it only, the starting pistol. Oh, nice, there's another lockpick. The starting pistol, it still only takes a couple. Also, they will start marking animals as beasts on your map after you leave the castle. Any place where there's an animal will get marked on the map. Now, there are, for example, there are 2 animals that don't get marked on your map. We'll be getting both of them in this part. Because there is a point that I'd like to hit before I shut off, even if it takes me a little over an hour, because I can't see it taking much more than that. But I would like to clean up the village bits so that in the next part we can just head into the new area, because like I said, the next area is weird. It's not very long, and it's not very big, but you have to do it twice, which may not sound like it makes sound, yeah, it may not make a whole lot of sense when you just hear it like that. It's oh, it's not a very big area, but you do have to do it twice. But once we go through it, you'll see, and it'll make sense. Gunpowder. Right, that's why you can't go through there. Okay, I need to aim. Here we go. go. Now, as for the animals, there is technically extra of all of them, I think. Don't don't like quote me on that. Also, you can get into this house without having to go through that iron key door, but obviously until you shoot the lock off, you can't get out of it. But yeah, I think there's extra, but it's a tricky extra in that the chicken, which is where you get poultry, and the pigs and other animals where you get meat from. Pigs and goats, I think. Not that we have any goats right now. Or not that we can find any goats right now, I don't think. They're all available at any point. Well, let's magnum them. But the fish, there are, like I said, those fish on our way out of the castle. I'm pretty sure you can't get back to those ones. And then there is some fish during the third section of the game that is insanely easy to miss. And if you miss either of those, you're not going to have enough fish. You're going to be one short if you miss. If you miss the second one, you'll be one short. If you get the second one but miss those ones coming out, you would be two short, I do believe. February 1st, sacrificed 2 goats to Mother Miranda. The 3rd, offered wool to Mother Miranda. She instructed I find her a list of drugs and tools in the next few days. What for, I wonder. 8th, no messages from Mother Miranda, yet the livestock won't stop their ruckus. 9th, I was instructed to take the items to the cave church at sunrise, but what I saw was frightful. The 4 great lords were there, and Mother Miranda was holding a child. She whispered something and touched the child. I can't explain it well, but the child turned into a white crystal. Then I couldn't help but speak up, and I asked her why she did such a thing. Mother Miranda just smiled at me. This is the chosen child. She will return to her original form, no matter what befalls her. Then she gave each lord a part of the crystal in a flask, and they left. I forgot to bow to Mother Miranda before I fled. I'm still shaking. What did she do? What is that child? So, yeah, that's what happened. You can see here. The wing key is just a single piece. 3 more parts are needed to make it whole. So whenever we get a new key, you just have to adjust it until examine comes up, and then it will combine it, and now we have the 4-wing key and are able to enter the next area. So yeah, she crystallized Rose, same as what happens when some of these other things die. The only real thing with that, though, is that, like, it doesn't make a huge amount of sense that she still managed to split her up and fit her in that flask. Like, all 4 bits of her are in a flask like that. Because you have the arms, legs, head, and torso. Also, once you leave the castle, you can come here and grab some more fish. Where's the last? Now, the fish, I do not recommend shooting if it's your first playthrough. I guess if it's your first playthrough and you're doing good on bullets, I can, pistol them, sure. They're not horrible to hit, but they can, because they're swimming, be a little difficult. Go in here and we have another well. And we're going to make our way back up to Louise's house. Necklace with 2 holes, which we can't really do a whole lot with as of yet. But if we go into the church, we will see this setup here, which obviously wasn't here last time we were here. Operation date, 11:35. Arrived at site, no sign of EW or RW. That would be Ethan Winters or Rose Winters. 12:10, infiltrated village. Engaged with number of bioweapons. Found evidence of Ethan Winters, Rose Winters, location unknown. 13:10, established base in church. Plan of operations. Those 3 will search the lab. Those 2 will analyze mold samples, and Alpha will infiltrate the factory. So that actually does come into play later. Although, I mean, I guess that still kind of makes sense. We'll go up here because we have the Iron Insignia Key. And I think there's a couple of chickens or something in here we get to kill again. Once again, don't recommend shooting any of these animals unless it's your second playthrough. You can knife them. Also, speaking of knives, I did mention I kind of wish that magic knife thing there that you got would be some kind of an unlock that did like crazy damage or something. Unfortunately, it's not, but you can get different melee weapons. I don't think that it's available to buy for me. I think you have to unlock it in the shop, but I never bothered. But you can get a karambit, which is like a splinter cell knife. You know, if you know what the knives that they use in that. You can get that, which does do more damage. And then if you get, I don't remember if it's S rank or SS rank on all of the Mercenaries mode maps, which I still haven't played. I probably should. But I remember Mercenaries mode in 5, and I didn't really care for it. So I'm going to try and pop these guys, because these are the same things from the castle. There it goes. This is also where I got the kill them using the landmine. Because I just put a landmine on the ground and stood in front of it, basically. And eventually they got close enough to the ground. Yeah, see, they get really close to the ground, and I don't know... Because you can, like I said, you can knock them on the ground, and they'll get back up. I have had that happen before, which is why if they're flailing on the ground, I'll usually put a couple more bullets into them just to make sure. It's not very often that if you knock them to the ground, they'll actually be able to stand back up, but it is a thing that can happen. So if you remember this building, so this pig does take an insane amount of damage. Because this pig is a special pig and has quality meat on it. And as you can see, it's not marked on the map. Oh fuck, I still forgot that other one too. Oh whatever, we gotta pass by it again. But yeah, there's 3 animals. There's a pig, a bird, and a fish that all give you quality whatever. So like the pig gives you quality meat. The fish gives you a thing called finest fish for some reason. And then the bird gives you... I can't remember what it's called. Well, we'll find out in a few minutes anyway. We'll get it as we go back. So here we have Louise's necklace. And if we look in the key items and twist it around, there we go. We get the necklace stone, which changes it into necklace with key. And then we get Louise's key. Some handgun ammo, some explosive rounds. Because do you get the grenade? Do you have the grenade launcher at this point? I honestly don't remember. I really don't remember. I don't remember when it is you get the grenade launcher. I know that you get the grenade launcher super early for a Resident Evil game. Like, a grenade launcher is usually like a near end game weapon because of how powerful it is. And you might think, oh, well, you get it earlier because it is powerful. No, it still fucks shit up. You don't get explosive rounds. Well, I know we just got explosive. What did you don't get? You don't get. I don't remember. There's some kind. Oh right, I fucking almost forgot again. Anyway, if we go over here and you see this blue bird up here, boop. Juicy game, that's what it is. So that's the special bird meat that you can get. And then we have another well over here that we can use. Now, who decided to put all this shit down the wells? I don't know, but I'm not going to question it. Then here's our wooden animal head, which makes the... oh, whoops, I don't know why I went there. which just makes the little goat statues that you shoot for the goats of warding. It just basically makes a bigger one of those. That's it, right? Like we don't have any other, because the only other well that we have is way over here, and we can't actually get back to it right now. So that's it, right? Yeah, and then there's some chickens over here, but we can't get to them until we finish the third boss. Yeah, that should be good. All right, back to the Duke. And yeah, it should be about an hour. I mean, we might go a little over, but I accomplished pretty much everything I wanted to. So, well, not pretty much. I did accomplish everything I wanted to before
How was it?
the end of the
Did
part.
you learn anything?
I found these feathers. Now tell me how to fix this like you said you would.
Settle down. First, you must use that key and collect all of your little roses flasks.
Where are the rest of them?
There are 4 in total. You have the one, and the other lords have the rest.
Lords?
Mother Miranda is the cold, calculating ruler of this village. 4 lords serve under her. The first you've already met, the Lady Dimitrescu. The second lives deep in a valley of mist, the doll-maker, Donna Beneviento. None of her playmates have ever come back from that dank old estate. The third is Moreau, a being of twisted flesh that lives in the reservoir past the windmills. It is said that he is not the only monster that lives in those waters. The fourth and most dangerous is Heisenberg. He works in his factory on the village outskirts. And the project, let's just say parts of the human imagination are better left alone.
So yeah, now he's marked all of the different treasures on the map, which once again confused me because, as you can see, up here is the Riverbank treasure house, which is, and then this is right outside the castle. But obviously we can't get there yet, and it confused me for so long. Also, this one is technically no longer true because it isn't a water wheel weapon, and then this one is the Maestro's collection, which is the house that we need the key for. Those two are endgame treasures, and then we're going to actually be going this way, but we can't pick that one up until our second run through that.
If you truly wish to save your daughter, you must first gather the 4 flasks. I'll do you a personal favor. I've marked the Lord's locations on your map. Some treasures still lurk in this village. I'm sure each one will prove of great use to you.
Why are you doing all this?
Why, it's all part of our first-class customer service. Please do come again soon.
Yeah, you never do find out why the Duke is helping you. Also, I think what I was talking about before, I didn't actually finish. When I was talking about the melee weapons, if you get like S or maybe SS rank in all the mercenaries map, you can actually buy a lightsaber.
Seeking something in particular?
Nope, just some cleanup. Just got to make sure. Oh yeah, we also got a perfect crystal skull, which is what you get when you just kill any of the armored lycans. Got one wing, torso from her other daughter, and then Dimitrescu herself. Can't sell that yet. Or that. We got the teddy bear, necklace stone, the Azure Eye ring, the wooden goat. And then since I don't need them, obviously I get to sell all my poultry and fish. Do not sell any until you have completed all of your recipes, and definitely don't sell the juicy game or quality meat until you've completed them, because you do only get one. So if you sell it and you didn't finish your recipes, you will have to wait until New Game Plus. But all of those recipes do carry over into New Game Plus, so if you do miss something like the fish, like I did on my first playthrough, you can just grab the little bit of fish that you need and finish it off. I mean, it like after I got back, like I said, I was only one fish short on my first playthrough. So like as soon as I got back from the castle, I was able to finish it and
Lady
get the last one.
Dimitrescu. Beautiful even in death. That waistline, yes.
Oh yeah, he also does have
Some new stock.
some different things to say based on you know what, let's get rid of this
These
really
hands are
expensive one
more
first.
dexterous than one might think.
Steak almost fully upgraded. Only got 4 upgrades left. Granted, they're expensive as fuck, but still.
Thank
All right. And yeah, I will. I always keep 5 pipe bombs on me just in case I need
you for your
explosives. But
patronage.
do so. Also, I now have 28 rounds in this Magnum, which is ridiculous. Still doesn't look as good as this Magnum though. Just looks so good. All right. Oh right, actually we did miss something. I forgot because we got Louise's key. So like I said, nothing about Louise's key really seems to indicate this. But that's the key that opens up this. A key from Louise's necklace. But like I don't like nothing about this here would seem to indicate that, you know, it has any connection to Louisa Cesare's goblet. And nothing about the key itself would indicate that has anything to do with Louisa or with like that box there. Like the only reason that you would even think to check that is because you would if you found the box on the way back and then while exploring the village you found the key. That is the only thing
Ethan.
that might make you even think to check that. And even then, it would still be a weird thing to think to check. No, can't afford it. All right.
I look forward to seeing the fruits of your exploration.
So yes, that will be it for this part. Next part, we will head that way and deal with Donna Beneviento, right? Whatever. We'll deal with Donna and her dolls. And yeah, so that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching, and I will see you on Wednesday for more.